What's going on, guys? I'm GWK, and in today's video I'll be taking a look at two replays in the Projet Murat. First, I'm going to go over its stats, my loadout, the armor profile, and then I will head and take a look at those replays. So first off, with the stats, we have 1,872 hit points, so that is pretty standard. Now, this tank has 2,600 DPM, which I'm pretty sure makes this the lowest DPM medium at tier 10. However, to compensate that, it's got a 2-shell magazine, so it's a double shot tank with 370 alpha. So this tank does hit hard, and it's a 2.4 second interclip, so it's decently quick. So boom boom, you deal 740 damage. It's pretty nice. This tank has 264 AP pen and 345 heat pen. So this tank actually has quite a lot of, a little bit more heat pen than the typical medium. Now, this tank's gun is not very accurate. It's built on the lower end of mediums. It has a 3.1 second aiming time and a 0.285 dispersion. Now, the on-move dispersion is pretty bad in this tank, which makes me not really like this tank so much, which I will get into a little bit later on. Now, this tank has 9 degrees of gun depression, so that's pretty nice. This tank goes 62 forwards and 21 in reverse. That tank has a 37 average speed and 21.9 power to weight. So this tank is pretty quick. It's not slow by any means. Next, I'm going to go to my loadout. So for consumables, I am running repair kit, multi-purpose, and speed boost. I'm running for provisions, big food, improved fuel, and protective kit. For equipment, I'm running Cali, defense system, improved optics, gun laying drive, improved assembly, engine accelerator, refined, toolbox, and consumable delivery system. Next, we'll head into its armor real quick. Now, I don't know why the Blitz kit is like this. This thing's up here for some reason. Let's take a look. So, this tank has a very big lower plates. So, you don't really want to you don't really want to show this lower plate. I mean, if you go in a ridge line, even still, it's pretty easy to accidentally show this lower plate. However, if you can hide it, this tank has decent armor going for it. However, as soon as you load like heat or something, then you can go right through the cheeks. So this tank can get bounces hull down. However, I wouldn't completely rely on its armor. And also, this tank is pretty big, so you want to keep that in mind, because this tank actually has pretty weak sides. So you can HE the sides and the rear pretty easily. So next, I will go into the replays. I'll see you there. So here we are on Alpenstat. Up against us, we have a, let's see, for heavy tanks, we have a M6O, a Schütz K, and an E6. For mediums and light tanks, they have an STB1, Object 140, and a Sheridan, and then they have a 183. So first thing I'm going to do in this game is I'm going to head right over to this bush right at the beginning. Pretty standard place to go at the beginning of the game on this map in a medium. So I'm just going to see if I can spot anything that crosses here and maybe get an early shot into him. Now I do spot the STB1, however, unfortunately he didn't get spotted until he was behind the little hill there. So I couldn't get a shot into him. Now this 183 does get spotted here, so I do get to put 2 shells into him. You can see that quick interclip along with the decently high alpha, so I do put 700 damage into him, and right now I sit and wait for my clip to reload. And here I see the 183 makes a huge mistake. I have no idea why he did this, but he starts going out, and he ends up getting nuked for it. Now, I did get lucky. I got 2 bounces there. They both probably bounced off of my upper plate. But you can see, like, this tank can have or get decent bounces. Right here, I get 1 shell into 140. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the second one to him. However, the STB1 is being very aggressive on the side of the map. So I turn around and put a shell into him. At this point, I feel like my two teammates over there can finish off the STB-1, so in a second, once I'm done reloading my clip, I am about to head up and try to get some shells into this 140. So I see this 140, it might try running away, so I come down through low. And here I get one shell until I'm tracking him, and then I get the second shell. Now, unfortunately, I end up taking another shot, I believe, from him. Oh, no, he ends up missing. Okay, well, he's dead. At this point, you can see the game is pretty much a huge steamroll. So right now, I believe I only get one or two more shots in this game. Maybe one shot into the yo, and another shell. I finish off on 3.6k for this game. This E6 goes down to my teammates pretty quickly before I can even get over here. But I blocked 1500 as well. That's from that 183 in the STB-1 bouncing me. Here we got a win. You can see 3.6k, 1 kill. So it was a decent game showing off this tank. Now we're going to head into the next one. We are on Castilla. So this game, you can see there's actually a lot of like good players. You got rejects. You got me and my teammate. You got a Rose tune on the enemy team, so a little sweaty. But anyways, up against us for heavy tanks, we have a 60 TP and an E6. For mediums and lights, we have a Sheridan and an M40 Patton. And then, of course, 3 TDs. They got a 4005, a Minnow, and an XN. So, first off, since I'm the only medium and I'm against a medium and a light tank, I decided to go over to this spot here, which is decent to get an early shot onto a tank that's crossing here. Now, I don't believe I end up getting a shot here. I actually spot the XM right here, so I turn around and I get one shell into him. And then right here, I try to see if I can get a shot into this Minnow. However, unfortunately I can't, so I do start reloading my clip. Now I see this E6 goes and drops into that position, which I believe I can go right here and get some shells into him. So I move up a little bit, and here I try to get 2 shells into him. Now unfortunately, I do end up taking one from the Minnow. I thought I was behind this building, but I must have accidentally went up a little too far, and that was a big mistake. And as you can see, my second shell in the E6 there did derp a little bit. And that is the problem I face with this tank. Just, this tank's on move is bad, and in general, its accuracy just isn't good. So like, a lot of the time, or just sometimes, you'll only get maybe one shot off, and then your other shot will derp, and then it's like, now you're reloading for 14 seconds. So those type of things can be pretty annoying with this tank. However, if you are constantly able to find targets that aren't paying attention, where you can just nuke them real quick, just like this Minnow right here wasn't paying attention to me, I was able to poke out, hit him for like 600 something, and back up. Now, E6 is back again in that position. I can see he's moving up a little bit, so I pull out, and I do end up getting 2 shells into him. So at this point, I'm at 2.2k. Unfortunately, you can see on the med side of the map, our team is losing that side. So we want to be able to get this side of the map cleared. Right now, I don't want to be too aggressive here because I don't want to get shot by the Minnow. So I do come around into where the base cap area to see if I can get any shots into this Minnow. So I do come around and I do get the kill shot into this Minnow here. And then I again reload my clip. XM gets spotted up there. I do get a lucky bounce. And then the 60 TP is also spotted here. Now, from this position, I know I can't really do much against these people. So I'm going to try and back out and find a different position, which possibly I can get some shots in. So I go around, and I'm going to start maneuvering my tank in our own spawn. I'm going to try to post up next to a bush and see if I can spot anybody up. So here we go. Now in a second, the 60 TP does end up getting spotted over here. Yep, there's the 60 TP right there, so I get one shell into him, and then I get one other shell into him. So at this point I'm at 3.4k. So now I'm just going to reload my shells, and hopefully I can win this 1v1 against the 60 TP. Now he does shoot, and at this point he would honestly out-reload me. And right now I'm trying not to bounce his engine deck, because I don't really want to bounce here. However, my 183 does come around and he does support me and does get the kill. Now here I'm just going to try to wait until I'm unspotted, because I don't want to get killed by that XM, because I don't really know where he's at right now. So I'm going to go into this bush right over here and wait to see if I can spot the XM anywhere. However, the XM does end up getting spotted right up there. So now I know I'm going to try to go up and get behind this XM to see if I can get 2 shells into him. Let's get forward a little bit. So I do come around, I end up getting 1 shell into him here, and I get another shell into him. And I'm going to back up and start reloading. Now at this point I did 4.9k. So this whole game I've been able to farm pretty nicely. So this tank can farm pretty good if you are put into the correct situations. Unfortunately, 2 and 5 bounces. My 183 is down there for some reason, not really sure why. Now here I try to see if I can get a shell into this guy, but I don't really want to over-aggress and get killed. However, our 2 and 5B does get the kill. So we do end off this game with a win. So here we are. I did 4.9k, 1 kill, and in the end, I say this is a pretty good battle. So these are the 2 replays in this tank. Now, again, me personally, I don't really like this tank very much, just because of the accuracy not being very good. So it's very easy for your second shell or your first shell to derp, and you end up only getting one shell out. And then obviously you don't have good DPM to begin with. So missing a shot really tanks your DPM. Now, would I recommend this tank? I don't really know. I don't think it's a tank you should really worry about getting until maybe you've gotten everything else you wanted, and then you want to try out this tank as well. There are much better options to go for. I mean, if you're going to try to get a medium tank, just get the M48 Patton or E50M. If you're looking for an auto reloader, or not auto reloader, but auto loader, just get like the Batch Hat or something, right? But anyways, this is the Projet Murat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.